Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Blessed Paula Show. In this channel, you will be encouraged, you will be inspired, and most importantly, we will learn together because you know what? We are better together. So today, I don't know whether you are ready for me. Hey, are you ready? Kindly subscribe to this channel, like, and leave a sweet comment. Okay? So, there is this story that I really contemplated to whether to share it or not, but I said, why not? You are my people. I should tell you this story. So, because this story may help someone out there because it's very interesting and very scary at the same time, okay? I'm very sure you are ready for me. So, this is what happened. I want you to know before I start this story that this is an scripted story. I'll just tell it as it happened. So, yes, I said why not? Because it is a story that will help someone out there. Some of you who are like me, or rather who are like me, uh, because I'm one person who likes trusting people very fast, and of course until I came to learn that, and I'm that person that I don't like judging you before you actually prove to be that bad person. Okay? So I tend to say, if you are my friend, you are my friend. I don't expect to scrutinize you so much to get to know whether you are a good person, a very good person to me, or you are genuine or not, until the time when you prove that really you are not that good friend. Then at that time, I can do away with you. But until that, I'll still be hang out with you. Okay? So I think that is a weakness to me, I think, and it's something I've been dealing with, and by the power of God, I've managed. I think I'm there. I can tell, I can learn people better, and I can trust better than I used to do. So if you are like that, maybe right now and you've not changed, maybe my story will help you. So I remember this day. I will never forget. Actually, I was just minding my own business. It was on a weekend. No, it wasn't on a weekend. I was on leave. Actually, I was on leave, and I was in the house with the house help. So my house was Damaris. Now this is true name. It's the right name. It's not. I didn't change the name. I'll only change the name for the friend who came over to my house. But my house help at that time was Damaris. And Damaris, wherever you are, may God bless you. You are you served the longest in our home, and I know you got married. I know you are happy where you are. May God continue blessing you. We valued you so much. We still value you, and because you loved our children, you loved your work, and I am sure wherever you are, Damaris, you are blessed of the Lord. Yeah, so back to our story. So Damaris was just doing a daily course as usual, and I was there. So I had done the laundry, and I told her that I would need, when those clothes dry up, I will just be at the bedroom folding them. So it is actually, it was around 2 p.m., around 2 in the afternoon. So I went to the bedroom, and she brought all the clothes to the bedroom. So me, I started folding them. So I had not finished those folding those clothes, and I like listening to music. So I had music, loud music, just in the bedroom, and I had a knock at the main door. So I didn't bother because our Damaris was very very experienced, because again she had stayed with us for long, so I didn't bother her friends. So I thought those were just part of her friends who were people who are coming to see her when we are not home. So I didn't bother. So she went to open, and I continued staying in the bed in the bedroom. So after a few minutes, she knocked my bedroom door, and she was like, "Mom, uh, oh my God, I almost told you that name by the way. Oh no. So what name do you give to this friend of mine? This friend of mine, we can call her, let me not give a name that I have a friend with that name. We can, let's call her Jenny. So Jenny, so my house help told me, Mommy, that this is Jenny. So are you coming over? So I told her I will come in a few. So I did exactly that. I went after her to the sitting room, and then I found my long-term friend. So this long-time friend of mine had been so hard, and we were happy. You know, when someone visits you and it's someone you've not seen for long. And I actually didn't know who brought her to my house, because it must have been her first time to come to my house. But we were friends. You know those friends that you are very close, and maybe you have never brought them home. Those things are there, and those kind of friends, um, we have them. Because again, it's not every friend that you bring home. And actually, looking back, I don't know why I had not introduced this friend of mine to our home, because I didn't mind her. She was good. So, listen now where the foolishness is in this story. The foolishness. I regret anyway, but acha niwachapie story. So, eh, I told this lady that I was working from the bedroom. So if she doesn't mind, she can join me to the bedroom. Hebu nisikize hata wewe. Who does that? Hey, hey. What? Pauline, I trust and I trust so much. Or should I say, I trusted this lady so much. So, the story is getting interesting. Eh? Like this video. Kindly, if you can, just like it. It will help me so much by liking and subscribing for those who have not subscribed. So I get this girl, I request the house help to prepare something for us. So we went to the bedroom, our matrimonial bedroom for this matter. My friend, we went, sat there, and yeah, you know, we did, there is a chair in our bedroom. We did not use that chair. Friends, tunajua tu, my goodness, we sat on our bed and we started folding the clothes. I want you to know that Corona was not there. So I didn't even bother to tell her to wash her hands or anything. You know, she just comes, she starts folding our clothes. You don't even know where she's from. You know, I don't know what came over me. And sometimes I'm very sensitive. But now for this particular time, I wasn't at all. My mind was very blank, by the way. So she didn't clean her hands. We just sat there, started laughing, talking, story after another, and listening to music, changing from one. Hey, my goodness. You know how friends do these things. And up to there, everything was fine. So our house help brought tea, and I don't know what she was doing because she kept coming and going outside. So I called her again for something for an accompaniment for the tea, and there's a specific thing I wanted her to accompany the tea with. So I could not hear. Uh, she could not hear what I was telling her. Rather, sorry. So I decided to take myself to the kitchen and prepare something kidogo to work as an accompaniment for our tea. My friend. So that I did several times. I remember at some point I even left her in the bedroom and went to prepare ugali in our bedroom. And oh my God, how foolish was I? And whatever, how foolish were you, Paula? Leaving her at the bedroom. Just how foolish were you? Okay, ever since I was born, I don't know these superstitions. What are they called? I've never had those things that you can think that this person could do this or that. You know those free spirited people. If you know where I come from, you know very well we do not know those things. So I didn't have a reason of not leaving my friend where I am. Come on, how now? So I went, okay, we took breakfast. I left her there. Sometimes she could just sleep there, Pole wake up. I mean, hey, that day was very, very interesting. Being with your friend that you've not met for long, and here she is. What? So, my family is hearing this story for the very first time, but our house girl, Damaris, and my hubby know this story because they were part of it. Like, we suffered together in this. So I'm just about to tell you what happened. So my friend, after now taking breakfast, okay, it's not breakfast per se, but tea, 4 o'clock tea, and going to make. She told me she was very hungry actually, as a matter of fact. So I had to go and prepare something for her, and that's something I knew very well. She loves ugali and sukuma wiki. So I said, why not make that to her? Because she is my friend. So I made that and brought to her. She was very happy. And she said she likes how I cook. Hey, my friend. So I took all those utensils back to the kitchen, cleaned that place where we were eating from, and then back to our stories. No wonder the Bible says the devil comes as light, as an angel of light. I want you to know that I am only alone in the bedroom, in the house with this lady. My house help, I don't know what came over her that day. She was just outside. Eh? And I remember we wanted to get something from the, what was that? I don't know whether it was a airtime rather, or, or what. I think it must have been airtime. And this was really planned because ordinarily you would have credit to share. I have credit to share with her, but I didn't remember that. What I did, I told her, let me send our house help to pick that airtime, at the shop. So I called the girl again, and I don't know actually where Damaris was. Damaris, if you are listening to this, where were you that day? Damaris was God given to us, the most serving household that we've ever had, and who has never given us issues, was Damaris Mutindi. Wherever you are, Damaris, I know you got married to a pastor. May God bless you. May God lift you up. You are a blessing to our home, to our children, and you will go far. You have my blessings as your boss, as your former boss. So um, I went to the shop by myself, leaving that lady at the bedroom. So this girl that you just called her Jenny, she started doing something. She was envious. I don't know of what. So I took some bit of time at the shop. I'm sure my family is listening to this story, Aki. No one knows about it. As I said, it's only my husband and Damaris, our house help, our then house help. So, my friend, I took my time and I met a lady who was a daughter for the caretaker where we were staying. So we talked for like 15 minutes, leaving my friend at the bedroom. Young and stupid. So I came back and found her at the bedroom. She had already practiced what she wanted to practice. That we came to realize much later. So my friend was there. She hugged me again. I didn't know actually what that was all about. But to me, I thought she was just hugging me again and again because we were friends. I mean, why not? So she sat down, started stories. Have you seen so and so? Catching up and all that and all that. So at around 6:30 or somewhere thereabout, she told me she needs to leave. I told her, let me make arrangements for supper, and then I see how. So I went again. Here the bedroom was hers at that time. So it didn't click me that again I had to move her from the bedroom, or even we stopped folding those clothes and just going back to the sitting room. I don't know what really was happening to me. So I made arrangements. Now the house girl was back, and I made arrangements, and I took sweater, and then I went off. I went out with this lady. So she went, I wished her well, she wished me well, and then I came back to the house. So that was day one. The second day in the morning, okay, Gioni came and no, actually I came back and called my husband. And I told him, by the way, guess what? So and so was around. So my husband was like, amepotea. Yeah, so we talked. Tunajua vile tunasengenya hao watu kama tuko na mabwana zetu. Tunajua. So my husband was like, amepotea. So how is she? She's fine, nini nini nini, story kama hizo. Udaku tunajua tu ya watu wamewana tu. Udaku tukadakuana hapo, and then that was on phone. So that was day one. The next day, I started feeling so bad. Like I could not breathe, and so many things were happening. Strange things, my friend. So my house help was like, what is happening? So nikazidiwa, like seriously, I got so sick, so sick. I could not breathe. There was no corona, so like we could not say it was corona. So I was shivering and all that. It took some long time. And I know my relatives who accompanied me to the hospital, I know they are one, they would not tell us that story. But I know I take care of people's hearts. So there's no way I would have said all that because I was not even sure what to say. I could not even imagine. I came to know that those things, whatever I'm about to tell you, much later. So now it's very critical, and my house help called my husband. Yeah. So my husband was far away, guys. So he got so scared, and he told me he could be coming in the next 5 hours. You just try. So that day we could not sleep. So there was an hospital that I don't want to mention right now that was near where we were staying. My friend, a big hospital. My house help, Damaris, God bless you. She looked for a car. I don't know how she did that. And I was taken to the hospital. So when we went to the hospital, that hospital, the doctors said that they didn't, that they can't see any problem with me. Yet I'm almost dying, guys. So my husband came much later. So when my husband came, he said that I needed to be transferred to Nairobi again, to Nairobi West Hospital. Since I had started telling you about this story, let me just say, I was taken to Nairobi West Hospital. Now I know my relatives have started uh, connecting this story because definitely they came to Nairobi West. So I was admitted as a critical whatever. I was very critical. So I was admitted. It was an emergency actually. So I was there. Dr. Nyamu was there, if you know Dr. Nyamu, and some other three doctors. So they surrounded me, and it's like people were saying the last prayer. I was very sick, guys, and I'm feeling like crying right now. But anyway, I will not cry. So I was almost dying there. I was just so sick, guys, like so sick, and yes, the doctors. I remember Dr. Nyamu holding my bed like this, looking straight at my eyes, and he told me and my family, "Where do you come from?" So my sister was like, What about that?" So um, and the doctor said, because we have tested everything, we have tested everything, including HIV, including everything and excluding nothing. And this lady is very okay. As medics, there is nothing with this lady. It has to be some other forces. Now that is the doctor telling you that. I was almost dying. And sikuwa na nguvu, like seriously. Uh, I don't know why I want to cry, I also don't know when Asema I was dying and then Tikwa and Nguvu, because those two go together, man. Hey, my friend. If you subscribe to this channel, the story is getting sweeter and sweeter. You can only support me by subscribing and liking this video. So anyway, I'm trying to compose my job. It wasn't good. It's not funny, by the way. Nacheka too, but it's not funny at all. It wasn't funny. It's not funny at all. So, so the doctors left me to die. And for psychology purposes, they gave me some painkillers. Doctors, you know how you do it. We know you. So, I was there with my family and things were bad. So, the only medicine we had right now, or at that time, was to call upon the name of Jesus, the name above all names. People started praying. My husband laid his hands over me, and then prayed, like we prayed and forgot that for a minute that we were in the hospital. We prayed, we prayed. They prayed over me. Sikuwa na nguvu hata ya kuomba. So telling you that I prayed, I didn't pray. But this inside me, definitely I was praying and trusting God for healing. But those guys were just praying so loudly in the hospital. They prayed in tongues, they prayed. And guess what? To cut the long story short, after a few days in Nairobi West Hospital, I was discharged. And before I got discharged, aki ndio mjue tu it was serious, nilikuwa nawekwa damu everywhere, nawekwa damu, naongezwa damu, natolewa, sijui all the students wanapita kwangu. I was my friends, it was bad. Aki hiyo part I had forgotten. What? Everybody, the students, whoever, they were just freaking wanaona, they just wanted, I don't know what was happening. They were at my last moments, I don't know what. So after 3 days, by God's grace, it was purely God's grace. It wasn't about me getting, or it was about God. And as I always tell you in this channel, oh, my life, Mimi, in God's hand, I don't know. I got discharged and I went back home. Ile nyumba yangu tu. So, and you know, when my husband was praying, he was telling me that this is a spiritual battle. If you know the word of God, you know there are spiritual battles that can only be dealt with by prayer. So it was a spiritual battle. It was an attack. Let me use that word. It was an attack. So my husband kept telling me, this is an attack. It has nothing to do with sickness or what. It is an attack from the devil. And we need to know, okay, my man is very spiritual. So he told me that this has to be dealt with by prayer alone and fasting. So we did all that, and then when we came home, of course I was weak, and I was only feeding on fruits. So we kept praying. My relatives went home, and then we kept praying with my husband and our house help. She was prayerful, so yeah. So when we were there, I remember second day after nitoke OC, my husband was cleaning our bedroom. So huku juu where we were staying, huku juu there was glass. It was all glass from up kwa mlango ya bedroom. So I was there at the sitting place with my husband, and I heard the girl shouting, story imefika saya, story ya witch imefika sasa. You remember that caption? Witch. What? She screamed so hard, and my hubby went there. I'm just weak, I can't rush. So my husband went there, and she found my house girl pointing at something at that glass door, that door. Those doors with glass up. So she, she she was there trembling, and that is now my husband told me that when they came back to the sitting room. So she was there, and she was pointing at something. So my husband was like, "Don't touch." So the girl was like, "And what is happening?" So my husband asked that girl, "Where did this one come from?" So my house girl was like, I was cleaning, and this is what I got here. So my hubby came and told me. He rushed to the bed, to the sitting place, and told me, "Hey, book, just come and see what we are seeing." So I went to the. Of course, I could not rush. I just went slowly to the bedroom, and guess what we found there, guys? The people you trust, you should be very careful with them. Oh my God! There was a cabotro full of feathers, like, I don't know feathers, uh, feathers anyway. These are feathers. You can see feathers. Manyoya. That is the Kiswahili word I was looking for. So the feathers, some funny, dirty things on that curtain. That curtain was like uh, tube, a tube like glass. You see these wine glasses, like this one up here. Like, it was exactly like that, but now with those feathers inside. And actually, thinking about it, I don't know whether there was vitu ameongelelea. Some said what to that thing, because how do you keep something glass up there? Because definitely it will fall down. So I don't know whether the falling down had to do anything to do with my death or what. I'm just thinking, I don't know. So my husband warned the house girl and not to touch. So my husband took a piece of cloth, and he prayed first, then he touched, and he prayed, holding that satanic thing, shield thing. He prayed and casted it to fire, whatever. You know, if you know, you know. And it was a battle. We prayed, all of us. It was like a scenario of some sort that particular time, guys. I even forgot at some point that I was sick, and we were just there praying. And my hubby took that thing and threw it away and reversed that whole thing. So, guess what? I got well, not immediately, but after some 2 days, or I think even one day, 2 days, somewhere, I got well. After getting well, my friend, guess what? Hey, what? Hii nayo itawakasirisha. This one, you not like it. You know what happened? The first person to come to my house immediately I got well was that friend of mine. Najua mna feel kunitandika, kunichapa, sijui what. She came. Yes, she came. So she, all this time, sishikanishi kama she is the cause of all this. So, taking you back, my husband, being the prayerful person that he is, had told me this. I had a dream. Now, nataka mjue, this is between identifying these things at the bedroom. Now the second day my hubby coming and telling me that aliota vibaya, akaniuliza, how well do you trust so and so? Now she mentioned that Jenny, friend of mine. Nikamuuliza, hizo ni maswali gani sasa unaniuliza? My hubby was, I just want to know, I'm just asking. Nikamuuliza, sasa what do you mean? Akaniambia, how well do you know? Nikamwambia, mimi kitu moja sipendi ni kuniingililia marafiki zangu. Sasa mbona unaniuliza hivyo? Akaniambia, do you know she is the cause of all this? Aiwe. Nikamuuliza what? Akaniambia yes. And because I know my husband very well, I said, wacha sitaongea. I had to listen to him. And sometimes when the Spirit of God is speaking, you are silenced. Even if you don't want to keep quiet. I was silent. So I listened to him. He told me, in my prayers, your friend keeps coming. Your friend keeps coming. Coming. She's the cause of what you are going through. So, your story to Aji. Can you imagine? The following day, now the third day, after now my husband, I hope I'm going with you, identifying these things, satanic things, then my husband telling me this dream, and the next day, my friend coming. I think my husband, when he was praying, he asked for a sign and a wonder. There is a sign you can tell God to give you, to show you where the direction you want to take is the right one. So this was a sign. Remember now, I'm very fresh in my mind. I'm very alert in the spirit. So, best yangu anakam. Nilishtuka. As a human being, nilishtuka. So I was like, imagine sikuongopa. Me, that must be the Spirit of God. Because mi nakuanga muoga kuhati mtu. Imagine nilimuuliza direct in her eyes. Nikamuuliza, umekuja kumake sure kama nimepona ama nimekufa. Kumake sure nimededi. Akaniambia, mbona unaongea hivyo? Imagine she wasn't surprised. Mbona unaongea hivyo? Nikamwambia, it is the Spirit of God. It is not me. It didn't work on me. You know, ushaona vile mtu anakutolea ukali or something. Imagine my friend akunitolea ukali. She could not talk. She couldn't talk. My friend. Wherever you are, you know I forgave you. Unajua tu vizuri nilikusamehea, but unajua ukufanya poa. I celebrate Jesus right now because I didn't die, and I am here to tell someone this story so that mwache trust people. Even guys who are bringing girls, your house, your girlfriends to your house, please, before those people come, sanctify your house. Just pray over your house and tafadhali msichukue hii story mzaha. I'm not saying girlfriends are bad, but the devil can use anyone. Make sure you say a prayer before that person comes in. This is a new person coming to your house, and I would request you, by the mercies of God, anytime you are inviting new people into your home, omba. Okay? Alafu, don't be foolish like I was. Stop taking your strange people to your bedroom, and even to, just let's be careful. I know you know what I mean. So I told my friend that my friend did not defend herself. She just stayed hapo kidogo kidogo. Then she told me she needed to leave. And I was surprised that was not the last time I met my friend. There's another time I met her in town, and another time, and another time. But just really, hi, 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 and all that. She has never found a reason to come and say sorry to me. So, though she was very remorseful, actually, that day she was at my house. A story kaishia hapo. I mentioned that to my friend one time, my mommy, my mother one time, and she told me kutoka kitambo she remember she remembers alishaniambia stories za huyo msichana when I was in Nairobi and I didn't listen and all that. And yes, so that was my story, that is my story rather. And kama inaweza kukusaidia, please be alert. And even for you men, when who have your own vehicles, when you are bringing people to your car, be very alert. This is not a story for a specific tribe. This is something that can happen to anyone. The devil can use anyone just because they are envying you or something. And I don't even know what they are envying, because I don't know what I had that she doesn't have. I actually don't know. I don't know because I don't know. I see Jewish. But an envious person will always be envious. Doesn't matter whether you are doing well or not. So, because the devil again can still use anyone. So, God bless you so much. Thank you for listening to my story. I believe you'll be more alert. And next time when you are meeting friends, new people, or even when you are with your own friends, you will be more alert. Okay? I don't know why I thought of telling this story, but I know someone out there or in here who will be helped by this story of mine. All right? God bless you. Kindly, kindly subscribe to this channel, The Blessed Paula Show. Like this video and leave a sweet comment. Till we meet next time, God bless you and stay protected. I love you so much.